Hello, everyone.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing
We're
today?
here, and I think we're at the right time.
I
Are
think
we?
we're at the
Are
right
we the
time.
right
I
time?
put 3 different lives up today.
It's 5 o'clock. Are we supposed to be here at 5?
I went on first thing this morning, thought I'd change to Eastern Standard Time and put up a live, and then I get a notice that from my daughter that I have it set for 10 o'clock at
8
night or
o'clock.
whatever. So I look at I got it set for 10:10. So okay, so I went in, I changed the time, thinking for some reason if I changed the time that the computer would know I'm going to Eastern Standard Time. Put up another live, and then that time wasn't right either. And then finally I went in and found Eastern Standard Time and changed the whole computer over, and here we are.
We think we're here, right?
We think we're here. Yeah.
So thank you to Sue for, first of all,
Sue
Melanie
and Melanie and Roy and Becky,
Roy and Becky,
all the people that usually have our back,
and Carol, everyone that let us know
had our back. Yes. Hi Diane.
that
how
we're
are you?
crazy. All right, start at the top. Hello, Carol.
Okay. Hey Carol.
Hello, Sue.
Sue from Lucky Dog Productions moderator.
Hello,
and
Bob
from Lucky Dog Productions.
and Gracie and Jock. Hello.
Hi Gracie,
And
pet jock for us.
And Miss Melanie, thank you for always being with us. She's stuck with us though. She's like, oh man, I'm stuck with these people. You guys can walk away. She can't.
With us. Hi Rick, Cooking with Rick's here.
Hi Rick, how are you?
Rick? I hope all's going well today.
Hello Diane. Yeah, I know he said hi to you, but I didn't. So let's see, where are we done? Oh, Lorna McKenzie.
Would never be the same without Lorna. Welcome, Lorna. We're glad to have you. How's things over there across the sea right now? Is it cold? Is it miserable? Is it warm? What's the weather over there?
We're finally getting a little bit of sun coming out. It's been pouring here. Oh my God.
Man, last night it was probably the loudest rain I've ever heard. Almost probably the loudest rain, except for once in Texas. When we were at Devil Dogs. Yeah. The loudest rain on the roof. We were watching the movie. I had it almost full blast cranking. You could still hardly hear the movie. That's how loud it was raining. Of course, we're parked here at a friend of ours, and we're in the back of her house. And of course it's pouring, and it's a little soft back here anyway. I'm like, oh my God, am I ever going to get this finicky Franny out of here? But it didn't seem to get any softer or anything. Everything seemed fine. The tires haven't sunken in at all. So we'll be leaving here in a couple of days. It looks like we'll have clear sailing, as they say. I don't know.
We're very happy to be here visiting our good friend Carol Walters. Yep. So visiting Carol and her daughter Ashley. So we're having a good time.
Yep, we're in North Carolina.
Carol and I talk every day, but it's nice to see her in person and just kind of hang out. It's like we just kind of been hanging out and talking and eating so far.
Yep, Carol and her daughter Ashley.
She's making a lemon cake for me tonight.
Oh my God, is it gluten free?
No.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
She's making a lemon cake. It's a 3-ingredient lemon cake that she's been telling me about for quite a while.
Wow.
So it's 3 ingredients, I believe. It's a cake mix, lemon pudding mix, and eggs. That's all you put in it. So that sounds so good. Oh, Rick says it's cold and rainy in Pennsylvania. Oh boy. Yeah, it's been pouring here.
It's kind of, I would consider it cold here. First of all, we've been in the desert where every day's been 70 to 90, 70 to 90, day after day after day after day. And it was warm the day before we got here. Whenever we got here and I got out to pump gas, I thought I was going to die. It was 60 degrees and the wind was blowing and it was damp. I haven't felt dampness or humidity in like months. Oh my God, right? It was horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Oh, Gracie said it's been cold, windy, and off and on rain in Boise. She's in Boise, Idaho at this point. I know she was doing a camping trip with her friends, so I hope it's not today, because that wouldn't be good. That little better, guys. That made it go a little fuzzy though.
Yeah, I think I got to go in the back. Welcome, Steve from Desert Adventures in Arizona.
And I believe today is Steve's birthday.
Happy birthday, we heard Steve. In the YouTube grapevine that it is your birthday today, Steve, correct? We thought it was around now, but we didn't think it was today.
But according to our good friend Star says, hey, happy birthday, Steve. So we jumped on the bandwagon. Happy birthday, Steve.
And if it's not your birthday,
hopefully having a great day.
Let us know, Steve, if it's not your birthday.
And Bob just said, did you see that there was an airplane crash up where we were?
Oh no.
So right at that airport where we were about to cross from?
At the airport, or do you mean like where we were traveling around, or wow.
I know. And Rick says 55 outside his house. All right, Steve, tell us what the temperature is over the desert. I'm sure it's going to be everybody's.
Let me guess, 88 today?
Gracie said, happy birthday, Steve. Magnus and Jeremy. Oh, hello, Darian. How are you? Thanks so much for joining us. So sweet of you to come visit us. And Lorna said that she heard we had a great time with Bob and Sue, and yes, we did. We just came from Florida. We spent 3 days with Bob and Sue, and we had a great time. They are nice people. We had so much fun.
We had a great week.
Really did.
I mean, anytime you have a week where you meet people that become lifetime friends is a success. And we were already friends, but once we hung around together, me and Bob have like a ton in common. We had a ton to talk about. We had a ton of fun.
Sue and I did as well.
We went for a wonderful bike ride in oh my gosh, I knew I was going to forget the name of the bay, Bob. But it's a wildlife management area, and we were able to ride around on the e-bikes. We took an hour and 15-minute ride. It was so much fun. So
hello, Roy and Becky.
So much fun.
Thank you for joining us. Roy was one of the ones that called to let us know that, hey, it's 10 o'clock tonight. Really? Way past our bedtime, guys.
Oh, it was on the backside of the airport, so kind of near where we were at the DeVita plant. Remember we saw the DeVita plant out by the road? Anyways, wow. Yeah.
Oh yes, we
Clock
did.
Bay. Thank you, Bob.
Okay.
I knew I wouldn't remember it.
Yeah, right. Sue said when we were going to the state park, she showed us that. Oh, over there. Oh, RVing with G. Hello, G.
Hey, George. How are you?
Good friend we met over in
Thanks for
Quartzsite.
coming. Another lifetime friend that we made for sure. We've made so many wonderful friends. We have. I want to thank Roy and Becky, and I want to thank Sue from Lucky Dog Productions, and I want to thank my daughter for having our back and setting us straight and getting us putting up the right time for our darn live today. It was incredible. I want to thank all you guys. Roy says it's 80 there in Quartzsite. That's not too bad.
Only 80. That's big.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
80 is nothing in the desert, I believe.
Right.
I mean, me and Sue, we were in the desert. One day it was 97. It really didn't feel all that bad. I'm not kidding. Not saying it wasn't hot. It was, but you just don't feel like devastated like you do when it's humid. It felt like when we first come down out of the desert, we were in Louisiana, right on the banks of the Mississippi. It was only 78 degrees out, and it was the hotter than I ever felt in the desert. That's 78 degrees. The sweat would just pour off of you just by breathing.
I was like, I'm not ready for humidity yet.
Roy and Becky and my buddy Tim from CRView and Steve were telling me, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's a dry heat, and it's not that I didn't believe them, but once I lived it, I get what they're talking about. Like, it's really not that bad. But like Steve said, you got to be careful because you are sweating like you normally would, I guess, but your skin dries out quick. So you're still going to drink a lot of water, even though you think you don't have to. I did get kind of, not dehydrated extremely, but lacked on water a couple of times. Sure. It's a weird feeling. It makes you really tired. You get a dull headache. You have no energy. So, yeah.
Rick said he's back to making videos today after last week. Rick had a bad week last week. He lost his brother.
Yeah, so everybody,
we're so sorry,
everybody's, send your condolences to Rick, because it's never easy to lose a family member.
And it was 79 in southern Indiana right now for Diane.
And did Lorna ever say how?
Oh no, I didn't notice. Lorna, what is your temperature?
Lorna, what is your temperature over there today, and what's the weather like? We're just curious.
G said it's 32 in Reno. G, you got the coldest weather, G. Boy, aren't you lucky?
32, see? Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah. Roy and Becky, rain delay in Kansas. Oh, looks like the Kansas race must be rain delay.
Roy must be sitting on the edge of the seat waiting for that thing to get cranked up, right? I can't wait till next year, Roy. Blythe Speedway, buddy. Blythe Speedway, me, you, and Tim, telling you, we're going to have fun. We'll find some sort of a good show there. We're also going to go up to Speedway 95 up in Havasaw City, too. We were going to go last year, but when we could have went this past year, just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, there you go.
And
we're so screwed up, guys.
come to find out, it was an electric car race. So I'm thinking, do I really want to watch a pack of cars go by and go,
you may want to.
Really.
It's going to come to that. You guys will play if it's competitive,
racing,
it's going to be good.
You're right, because you can watch turtles racing.
That's
exciting.
Right. However, as long as it's competitive.
Half of the fun stock car racing to me is hearing the sound of the motors. That's all. Just saying.
That is true.
Low 50s in Mass and New Hampshire with on and off rain showers. Yeah.
Miss Melanie.
They've been getting lots of rain in New England. I'm telling you. My boss at the golf course says his golf course has just been underwater for like most of the winter. It's just been crazy. Like rain just keeps coming. We were under a drought up there. I'm sure we're not now, I would say.
I don't think we've been on a drought for a while, but yeah.
George, of course you can go, buddy. Absolutely. Why wouldn't you? Of course you can. I'm sorry. Yes, of course. Absolutely. Of course. Electric racing, that means you're only there for the crashes then. Yeah, I suppose, right? I suppose. But you'd be able to hear the bangs when they trade paint, Roy, right? So that might be pretty exciting in the middle of the turns when they're banging off each other. You really can't hear that stuff. And I'll bet you can really hear some tires screeching.
What's the saying? Rubbing is racing? Is that the saying? I don't always agree. I mean, a little rubbing's okay, but let's not take each other out.
At the track that we grew up in, it was so small you had to rub. But you didn't have to take each other out all the time like they did. And it got worse over the years. When I was a kid, men didn't take each other out like that. But
they worked hard.
But the lack of respect in society, definitely some of it rolled over into stock car racing because they don't really respect each other. They take each other out constantly. They cause stupid caution flags crazily. Not at Tucson Motor Speedway, though, in Arizona. Me and Steve saw 2 full shows there. We saw 3 cautions and only 2 cars go home with damage. These guys race.
That's amazing.
They race hard and they respect each other. That's the way it should be. That's the way it was when I was a kid. Yeah, you'd have a couple of guys that would have a hair across their butt against each other and take each other out. That's one thing. But to just blatantly take somebody out and just to get a kick out of it like they do today, I don't know. And then one thing I found out when I raced is taking somebody out takes no talent at all. The guy in front of you is on the edge. All you have to do is hit him, back off. He's in your peripheral vision. He's gone. And when you come around, he's going to fire his helmet at you. Period. It's that simple. It takes no talent, you know.
George said he was a flagger at Portland International Raceway. Awesome. In Portland, Oregon.
Oh, wow.
And Carol's here. Yay, Carol.
Hey.
Carol's here. She's in the house. We're in the camper. So she's here.
Electric racing, that means you're only there for the car. Oh, that's Roy. Oh, yeah.
No, Steve says electric racing would be electric.
It would be something to see, I suppose. And Sue's right. If it was the only form of stock car racing, I would probably still have to go.
Look at Roy wrote. I'd wreck my own mother to win a race.
Yeah, I know. And most races would do the same.
Oh, you're too funny.
To win a race, Roy, see, that's the difference. Okay?
The last lap.
The last lap doesn't count. The last lap, it's checker or wrecker. I get it. I do. But to do it like, say, on lap 3 of a 50-lap feature, like these guys do, it's crazy. But you're right. Last lap, no holds barred. I'll bring it home in a basket.
Hero 0.
To win, right. Hero 0, last lap. I get that.
There's a lot to learn in racing. So when my son was racing race trucks, he went out there and he was a good driver, but he didn't have the fastest truck. Put it that way. And he was out there racing, and one day there's this old guy. How old was he? 70s?
He was 78 or something.
Yeah, he was old. He'd been in there since he was a kid.
He was racing when I was a kid.
But anyway, so he was out there, and he kind of got into my son and knocked him out. Well, my son decided one day that I guess it was payback. He kept trying to get by him, and he was always in the way, and he really shouldn't have been out there. But anyways, my son decided he was sick of waiting to try to get by him and gave him a little bang. And when he gave him a bang, he turned around and spun him out. And then he came out and went right into my son. And you should see the damage and how long it took these guys to work to fix it. It was like, this is stupid. You guys work too hard for this stuff. And the money it cost them, I'm like, that was a really stupid mistake.
Right. And
they all make them.
He totaled the car too. He made sure he totaled it. He came down the backstretch and turned right into my son. No kidding.
No.
I mean, you watch the video. His hands were right here, and then he went like that, and boom, he wrecked his own truck. But I don't think he really cared.
So that racing is fun, but it also can be wicked dangerous.
Yeah. And the best race car drivers can race side by side and not take each other out. Yeah, they'll bounce off of each other a little bit. They'll rub, tires will rub. They'll make rubber donuts on their doors and stuff like that. That's all well and good. But a good race car driver won't take the other guy out.
Respect.
Right. If you can't get by the guy without taking him out, then don't get by the guy. Right. Settle for second if you have to. That's all.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
Steve says, hanging out with Merton, who used to race, I learned a lot about what it's like to be a race driver. Because it's true. I mean, so when we've always been fans he was a fan since he was 6 years old, 5, 6 years old. So he grew up in racing. His dad owned a car, so he had that side of it.
My father built many cars.
Right. So his dad, owned race cars. So he saw that the hours it took them in the race garage, and then he went to writing. And he saw that side of it, interviewing people and that kind of thing.
Well, and then I worked for the racetrack. I was the track secretary in the office. I also did some announcing there for a couple of years. Then I got to see that side of the sport.
And then he got to see
it kind of ruined it for me. Not ruined it, but
totally. From
the
fan point of view,
took the excitement out of it a little bit. Not now I get excitement about watching guys race and respect each other like at Tucson Speedway.
Right.
Now I get a kick out of going to a brand new speedway that I've never seen before. That I like a lot, stuff like that. Plus, I'm getting too old to sit in the stands every single week.
Right.
Your butt goes numb. That's all I can say. Let's not go any further on that. But I do have these chairs that you can sit in. Steve sat in one. I brought one for him that, you can sit in all night. You really don't get tired out too bad.
It's doable.
But I can't take
caution. As long as it's not a 15-hour race.
Right, and I can't take caution after caution after caution after caution because of stupid moves,
Right.
That's all.
But you can see so many different angles is my point that was making. But Roy said Red Farmer is 91 years old and still racing.
Wow,
He's even considering retiring yet.
I know Red Farmer. I'm
Wow.
surprised he's still racing. Holy mackerel, really?
Wow. Where's the spaghetti ice? Carol wants to know.
Right?
Spaghetti ice was on Darren's. I guess that is a German thing.
Ooh,
spaghetti ice.
Rick's making Salisbury steak meatloaf with gravy, loaded with mashed potato wedges. Whoa, that sounds good.
Loaded potato wedges sound really good. I've never been a Salisbury steak person.
Yum is right.
That's one thing I've
Steve
never
says
enjoyed.
Yum, I say, oh, absolutely. That sounds really, really good to me.
That's one thing I've never been a fan of. We were a race family growing up at our local track. I raced a little in my early, and Roy raced with all Becky's cousins. So they were pretty,
and
competitive.
And Becky's family was a stock car family, a racing family too. And that's the thing with racing that people don't realize. It's not like a regular sport. It's like when you play baseball, you do some practicing and this and that, and then you go and you play the game, and then it's over, right? No, racing is a lifestyle sport. It takes your life over. First of all, it costs a fortune. Second of all, the work that you have to put into it to run up front, people have no clue. You have to be there, you have to live it, you have to breathe it, you have to feel it to understand what it takes to put a race car on the track, a competitive race car on the track week after week after week. So, I came from that family. There was times when I can remember a couple of times we ate bologna sandwiches to put tires on the race car. So that's how much of a race car family that we were, okay? And of course, I worshipped the race car drivers long before I realized that they're just men like the rest of us. I thought they were like, God's gift to humanity or whatever. I mean, they were my heroes, So yeah, I'm sure. Oh, Tommy. Oh, never mind.
Hello, Tommy.
Where is she?
I was waiting for She Devil Adventures.
There
Thank
she
you
is.
so much for joining us. I was waiting for him to stop talking so I could say hello. How you doing? Thanks so much for joining us. Oh, Rick says it smells amazing. Gee, he's making what do you say, Salisbury steak with potato wedges.
Kel says, here I come. Boom, chakalaka. Boom, chakalaka.
I think it was Salisbury steak meatloaf is what it was. That's what it was, I think.
No kidding, George. I didn't know you was a photographer at the track. So okay.
I knew he was a photographer, but I didn't know
you were a photographer at the race. And that takes, you got to really be on it to get the accidents and get the good pictures and all that. But did you get to hang in the infield? Because at the track that we grew up, Johnny Mercury, he would stand right on the first turn and take pictures. And a lot of times he was running like a bat out of heck to get out of the way of a spinning race car, until one time his photographer got ran down, and then that was it. They all had to stand behind cement blocks at that point. Right. But he would stand right on the edge of the track, man. If anything ever went wrong, but he never got hit though. I must say. So George, did you stand on the inside of the track, and if so, did you ever come close to getting hit by a spinning race car?
Steve said my dad was a local race fan. Took me to the track a lot when I was growing up. And it's been a while, so I guess he brought it out in you again. So I'm glad he brought out the love of racing for you, Steve.
But see, that's what I mean about racing. Even if you're having a good night, the officials can screw you up, or the track's stupid rules can screw you up. Here's Roy. He actually won a race, and then they disqualified him for speeding. That's right, speeding. He ran faster than his qualifying time, so that disqualified him. Are you serious?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Bye, Rick. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you stopping in.
Thank you,
Take good
Rick.
care. Enjoy your supper.
Rod George said he wore football cleats so he could take off fast. Good for you, right? You best. Because if they're racing at night, the grass gets dewy and all that, and it gets slippery.
And the second place was disqualified for the same reason, Roy said. That's an unusual one.
Michael Leonardo. Hello. How are you?
Michelle Leonardo. We met her
at... Michelle, that's right. Michelle,
we
that's
met her
right.
at M23. Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
How are you? Welcome,
hopefully we'll get to see you again this year.
We're actually, looks like we're going to make M23, people. At first, we didn't look like we were going to, but I think we're going to be able to make it.
Michelle was one of the first people we met with.
Yep.
We met Michelle and, oh, shoot, my brain's going to go foggy on me. She made the beautiful ball. It'll come to me, guys. But we met Michelle that she was with Mobang for Your Bucks.
Yeah, right.
So they were the first. She was the first lady we met. Georgianne. That's who it is.
There we go.
Georgianne and Michelle were the first.
Hot as I could to remember that.
The first people we met. So
and Georgianne was a sweet lady too.
Yeah, she was. She made these beautiful ornaments, but they're like, and she told me how she made them. They were all pinned together, but it kind of looks like a quilted thing. But it was really, really pretty. And I was lucky enough to win one, so I love it.
Gracie says, how do you get disqualified for racing? Right, Gracie?
Right?
It's crazy. It's like getting disqualified in a running race for running. It doesn't make any sense.
That is stupid.
Yeah, Roy, hey, I've been around racing a long time, Roy, but I ain't never heard of that one, I'll tell you.
Sometimes they make some really dumb calls at racetracks. I have to say, we've seen a lot of dumb calls.
I've seen some stupid
over the
calls.
years.
I swear to God.
Yeah. And you're like, what are they thinking?
Even when I was like behind the scenes at the track now, I saw stupid calls and people would come at me and all I can say is, yep, it's a stupid call. I didn't make it, that's for sure. I don't get it. We had this one guy, Jimmy McCallum, right? He would come to Seekonk Speedway and he'd blow everybody away, and then you wouldn't see him for a while. And then he'd come and he'd blow everybody away. Well, Seekonk didn't like this guy because he'd come in and he'd blow everybody away. Now, this is the truth, right? He came in, he blew everybody away. They made him stay around for like 2.5 hours. They checked everything in that car that they could possibly check and could find nothing wrong. So they disqualified him because he mounted a piece of lead instead of vertically, horizontally, and sent them home with nothing. So that's the kind of stuff that racetracks pull that people don't realize. And racetracks have their favorite people too. Trust me. I mean, I saw people get away with murder at Seekonk Speedway. Trust me. Then I saw other guys that couldn't get away with nothing.
Everyone agrees with Roy. Tommy says that doesn't make sense, Roy. And Diane said, that's just nuts, Roy. That is racing. It can be very crazy and very frustrating. Hello, Sam. How are you doing today? The rule is to stop sandbagging. I had carburetor issues during qualifying. We fixed it by race time, and I was flying afterwards. Right. Things go wrong.
But that's why, I don't know if you were qualifying under the clock, Roy, but that's not the way we race in the Northeast. We don't do time clocks.
Right.
We do handicapping, we do heats, and then we revert and put the fast guys in the back.
Fast guys in the back, guys.
And they give points and money for the heat, so there is no sandbagging. Guys still want to go to the front to get the points, and they still want to go to the front to get the money, okay? But this, I get it now. I see what it is. So they individually timed you, and then okay, I get it. All right, so that kind of makes a little more sense,
Tommy says it's racing. You can't win if you don't speed. Very true. Very true. Yes, Sam. We know you love gloves, but I'm sorry we don't have any. We're saving them for the black tank. One of those things we have to have gloves for. Funny speeding while racing. Steve says.
I must say. M23 was one of the best meets that we've been to, right?
Really enjoyed it.
It was a lot of fun, especially being the time of year it was with all the leaves changing up there in Michigan. Hey, I'll tell you what, if you think that foliage is nice in New England, think about up in Michigan. It was very pretty.
And it changed so fast.
Yes, it did.
Sandbagging, a racing term, he says. Right, George? You never know.
That is a racing term, I knew exactly what Roy meant, and anybody in racing would know exactly what.
Anybody that's racing knows what sandbagging is.
I mean, sandbagging usually you're trying to block a flood from getting into your business, right? I don't know.
Michelle, it was spectacular weather at M23.
It was beautiful weather.
So I hope this year we have the same weather. Do you know by chance what the date is, Michelle?
Yeah, what is the date?
Has that date been decided?
They've been sending me stuff on it.
And, you have?
Well, they just stopped. They just sent me something about the potluck, but I haven't read it yet.
He's bad about. He tends to erase his things. He doesn't remember to tell me about them. So I haven't heard none of that
Yeah,
stuff
see,
yet.
so they had to qualify for the first heat race
Oh,
for the starting position. Oh yeah, that
Oh,
makes a
okay.
little more sense, Roy, actually,
okay.
because you could have been sandbagging it, and of course anybody can say I had carburetor problems or whatever. So yeah,
And Bob wants to know, do you know what it means to get a lucky dog in racing? Is that because if you happen to get, like, at the end when everybody's qualified, they have like one position left and they give the lucky
well, isn't
dog
Lucky,
position? Is
isn't,
that what
isn't,
that means?
isn't Lucky Dog something that Daryl Waltrip started?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Tell us about it, Bob.
Roy knows.
Tell us, Bob. Tell us if we're right or not.
And Roy and
They'll put sand in the
George
back left. Oh,
George is right. You would want to put it on the back, the left rear fender to put all the weight there.
do they really do that, George? I never heard that. That's what sandbagging means?
I guess.
I've never heard that one before.
I guess.
Huh.
We had one guy at the track. It took him years to at Seacon, Jimmy Wilkins, and he would win regularly. He'd always qualify. However, what he did, and he finally got caught, was he had liquid lead, and he would pump during when he went out. He had a pump. He would take all that lead and he would pump it over to the left rail of the chassis, so he'd have left side weight, and then he would hit the switch and he'd pump it all to the right. So by the time he got on the scales, it would scale right. All right. So this is the kind of stuff that these guys do. But I've never heard of putting a sandbag in the left fender though.
But that's a pretty good one because that just comes
especially
out.
if you got a street stock, you can load that fender well with sand. If you had a pro stock, there's no place to put sand. But he's absolutely right. Okay.
Right.
Wow. See, I learned something.
Look at that. And Michelle said it's September, Thursday, the 19th of September, it starts. Thank you, Michelle. I just put it on my phone, so I have it in my phone now. So I'll have it there. During a caution, the first lap down car gets their lap back in. Oh, in NASCAR, the first lap down car gets their lap back in NASCAR. Oh, that's wicked helpful.
Can be.
That's wicked helpful. Because once you go a lap down, you're not easily gotten back unless you pit at the right time or something like that. That's not much happening. Roy has it.
I kind of knew that as soon as you said that. I knew it, but then
we knew Roy.
I don't watch TV racing in a long time.
That dog's called the Lucky Dog. Yep. Well, Bob and Sue have lucky dogs.
Bob, why did we forgot to ask you? We did an interview with both Bob and Sue. That's going to be come up, and one of the questions that I meant to ask was, why did you choose the name Lucky Dog?
Oh, really? That's
spelled the way you spelled it. Just curious.
Nothing but love. Hello, guys. How are you
two? Welcome.
So nice to see you.
So nice to have everybody aboard today. It really is.
We are lucky that we have such nice people come and spend time with us.
Why? I have no idea. I worry about these people. I wonder. Oh my gosh.
I chose it because of the Lucky Dog ruling plus dogs, and I love to spell things wrong. Love it. We had so much fun once again with Bob.
We did. I mean, we just had a blast.
We ended up going out. We went out to eat. They took us out for barbecue, which was really good. And then we had one day we just spent at the state park. We got to see a manatee, which I guess is not the normal timing for manatees, but we got to see one, so that was really exciting. And then we went out one night for to a local pub type place, and turned out it was karaoke night. So Sue and Mr. Merton over here did karaoke. So I think Bob's going to put a video up of that. If they can get the he kept forgetting.
He said he can't use it.
He can't use it.
No,
he kept forgetting to sing into the mic.
Well, I mean, I wasn't loud. I wasn't singing loud enough.
Well, because you was keeping the mic too far away. Well, because when he used to sing in a band, so in a band when you sang with professional stuff, you had to keep it away or you reverberate. I guess, right?
I always had to keep it a little bit away, and then
so with the karaoke though, it's opposite.
When I would sing with the band, I would if I wanted to accentuate something, I would get closer to the mic and a lower voice but closer to the mic, so you didn't have a lot of feedback or whatever.
Right.
I don't know what happened.
But he just couldn't get in his brain. He's doing that. He couldn't hold it close.
I got confused in the lyrics or whatever. I don't know. It wasn't the regular version because it didn't even have the center part, which I was waiting for, and it didn't even come. So I don't know.
Oh, Bob said. Sue said he couldn't put it up because the copyright music.
Oh, that's right. He said that. I remember now. Yeah.
So it wasn't the volume at all. It was the copyright. Okay.
That's right. He did say
Ooh.
that. Yeah.
So does that mean that if you wanted to sing songs like that, you couldn't do them on here because you'd get copyrighted as well?
I don't know. I'd have to try that and see.
Huh.
That's a good
How do
question.
cover bands do it then and get away with it?
I don't know. I'd have to figure that out. Maybe I wouldn't be able to do songs like that on YouTube. I don't know. And
Huh.
and you could do a video like that, but you can't monetize that particular video.
You learn something new every day, right?
But you can still popularize your channel by it, but
Huh.
you can't monetize that video. You have a choice whether you monetize each video or not.
Right.
From what I gather.
Huh.
Well, we'll never find out, but
you learn something new every day.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't even think about that part of it.
No. So, anyways, we had a nice easy drive. We had a nice easy drive through Arizona, and we had an easy drive through Texas. And Louisiana wasn't too bad, except around a couple of the cities, Mississippi, Alabama. Bam. We hit Florida. We hit the 95 corridor, and oh my God.
Traffic.
In any given hour, we saw more cars and more people than we saw the entire 7 months that we were in the high desert, I swear. It's just, we forgot. It's just, yeah, it's maddening around here. People are insane on the highway, absolutely out of their minds. Driving this rig on the highway with these knuckleheads is dangerous. That's all I got to say. I'm not speeding and I'm minding my own business, yet there's people cutting you off and flying by you and doing stuff in front of you that if they ever make a mistake, you're just going to get sucked right in because you can't stop this rig. People think you can, but I mean, you can stop it. Don't get me wrong, but you can't stop it like you do an automobile. So if something happens, say 25 yards in front of you, you're apt to get into it. That's all it is, right? So I mean, Well, you don't know. You've never driven it. But
well, I was sleeping at one point and I heard him go, "Hey!" and I woke up to see. When I woke up, there was a tractor trailer truck in our lane.
He was in my lane.
Then he cut us off besides.
Not even kidding. He made me. I had finicky franny halfway in the breakdown lane. If it was a narrow bridge or one of them places during construction where they have the Jersey barriers, I would have been all done. All done. He would have crushed me right in between the Jersey barrier and himself. I don't know what he was doing. Then he cut me right off. And then he's going down the road in front of us and he's going like this across all of the lanes like that. And this is with a big 18-wheeler, dude. Flying. The guy's flying. I mean, I don't get it. When I was younger, like when we took the kids on vacation and you know, in the early days, I would hook up with a truck driver and run with them because you could trust them. You know, they knew what, and as long as you didn't run too close to them, they didn't care. You could follow them dudes. They knew exactly what they were doing. I stayed the heck away from all 18-wheelers now, as much as I can. It's just,
well, because we saw that sign that says we hire mediocre drivers.
There was a trucking company somewhere here in the South last year when we were driving home, and it said we hire mediocre drivers. Okay, and we've seen. Hey, you should see some of these guys. Hey, you should see some of these guys trying to back their 18-wheelers up in these truck stops. They're. How can you drive an 18-wheeler and not be able to back up properly is beyond me, first of all. And if I owned a trucking company, the first thing I would make you do is prove to me that you can back up. Because backing up in an 18-wheeler is just about as important, if not more important, than going forward. Because you've got to know what the hell you're doing. It's not an easy thing to back up. I get it. But you've got to know yeah.
We were parked in, just the other day, we were parked in a, we had just stopped to have lunch. We were parked in a truck stop. And the man next to us said to him, "Hey, are you guys staying all day?" And he said, "No, we're just staying here for a little while." He goes, "Oh, too bad." He said, "I'm leaving my trailer here. I got a permit to leave my trailer here for a while." He said, "And I'm really worried some idiot's going to come and back into it." So even that's another truck driver worried about the other idiots truck drivers. So
from what I've seen,
scary.
And we've been in a lot of truck stops, right? And this is just a guesstimation that I'm pulling out my butt. I get it, but I would say 20% of the 18-wheeler guys can't back up properly. I mean, 6 or 7 tries just to back into a parking spot. Okay, I can get into it and back it up. Give me 3 tries, I'll have it in. It's not rocket science, but you got to practice at it. I'm good at it because I backed up stock car trailers literally when I was like 9 years old, 8 or 9 years old. I back the trailer in the pit area, and I take it out and park it, or I back the stock car trailer and all that around in my yard. My dad had had me park it, so I knew how to back up a trailer young. So it's second nature to me. But I watch these guys that drive the 18-wheelers that can't drive a backup. One of them things is dangerous. That's all I can say.
Sue said exactly, Merton. Can't monetize it. Back to the song. You can put it out there, you just can't monetize it.
Right.
So that's what Sue said. And RV with G said, you could put it in private and then send us the link. So I think he wants to hear you sing. I'm trying to get him to sing on here, guys. We'll get him there at some point. We've carried the guitar the whole season so far and it hasn't been touched, but hopefully we'll get there because he's really good at it. And Sue thinks it's a good idea, George. So she thinks it's a good idea. And Roy told Steve about the TV app. So he's enjoying NASCAR again.
Yeah.
So he's
Steve.
Getting into watching racing.
Hey,
again. Steve,
I'll be back in no time, guy. We'll be going back. We'll go back to the races here a couple times next year for sure.
And G said, I'm at a truck stop now.
I wish I lived in the area. We could go often. That's all I can say. I had a lot of fun. That track is a lot of fun. It's family oriented too. It's a fun place.
Roy says he loves the TV app. I've been trying out another app called US UK TV app. It's really no different. So I'm probably going to go back to using the TV app. So Roy's a big race fan. Roy watches all the NASCAR
as much racing
races.
As he can watch.
He likes it. My son's kind of gotten into Indy. He watches the Indy racing. So I think that's more what he watches now rather than the NASCAR stuff, which I'm very surprised because as a kid, he really didn't like that stuff. But he's into that now, so he watches that kind of stuff.
Good for you, Bob. Bob said he saw a deer today at Clock Bay because we went in. It's a wildlife, it's a wildlife management area, so you expect to see, animals and stuff. We saw nothing at all. Bob said he's seen a few black bears in there or whatever, and he saw a big old alligator in there one day. But we saw nothing. A lot of birds, but we saw nothing good. You saw a deer. Yay, cool, very cool. Being with G, he's at a truck stop right now. So, George, are you going to go to your what's the camping job?
Camp host.
So, are you going to be a camp host, George, or have you changed your mind on that?
George wasn't feeling well, so we were trying to figure out if he was going to be able to make it to go do his camp host job.
Yeah, we need to chat too. I need to call Roy. I need to call Steve. I need to call my buddy Tim, and I need to call George and talk to everybody. I haven't had a chance. We've been traveling.
Yeah, on the days you travel, it's hard to do that.
It's hard to call people because by the time I get done, I'm out walking the dogs, and then we're eating supper, and then it's time to go to bed. So.
Time to go to bed, right?
Yeah, so, I'm going to be here early. I'm going to be here for 2 more days, so probably tomorrow I'm going to make some phone calls to everybody and see.
Today was a little bit of editing day because you didn't.
I edited all day today. Actually,
didn't have time to put up a video this week, so
I felt bad. It's like the 3rd time since I started YouTube that I haven't put up a video. But it's really difficult to travel and put up a video at the same time. I mean, I do it all the time, but every once in a while I just say, hey, you know what? I just don't have time to do it. It's that simple. We don't do a lot of miles a day, but we spend a lot of time doing it because we have dogs and, Sue's, slower in the morning. So she takes
the baby's carriage is outside.
It takes her 2 or 3 hours.
And it's pouring. Uh-oh.
I'll be back.
Sorry, guys. He left the baby's carriage outside, and we're just getting a downpour right now. So yeah, it is tough because I do move slow in the morning. So we used to be like we'd be on the road at 6 a.m. Now it's more like 9ish, 10ish. 9's early. Put it that way.
1 to feed the pups. Well, not anymore, but we stopped at 1 to feed ourselves.
Well, we stopped for lunch and eat and all that kind of fun stuff. So, and Roy says we can't beat free cable TV. That's for sure. Gracie, thank you so much. I hope you have a great week as well. I hope the rain stops so you can enjoy. Hopefully you're off doing your ladies' weekend with your friends. So I hope it stops long enough for you guys to enjoy yourself. G says I have 4 more doctor appointments. Oh, okay. And hopefully by then you'll be feeling better enough to go. Oh, he has to get a CPAP machine. Yeah. For some reason that takes a while, doesn't it? It's crazy. I have a friend that went for one of those and it was taking her a while too. I don't know why it takes so long. But everything about doctors take a long time. So that's another thing we've had to change. So we were planning on stopping in Ohio and visiting Dan and Kathy from Handicap Traveler, and we were going to visit the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. We were going to visit them, and then we were going to visit Traveling Susie. But we had to cancel those plans because unfortunately my lungs started acting up, and as you can, I've been coughing a little bit. So my daughter and my hubby over here have decided that I can't put it off, and I need to get back home sooner rather than later and get checked out. So our plans are when we leave Carroll, we're done traveling, we're heading straight back home. But the good news is I'll be home for Mother's Day, so I'm kind of happy about that. I get to go home for Mother's Day and get to see my kids, so I'll be happy about that one. So
Miss Jane.
Miss Jane, hello Jane.
Jane Bray, welcome Jane.
Jane from Canada.
I was just looking at the sticker that you gave us yesterday. There it is. That's the sticker we got right there.
Hey Jane.
Where is that sticker? I just saw it today.
It's up
on the back.
Yeah,
that's right.
Okay, next Sunday live stream should be named Singing with Merton. Okay, we'll see if we can get him to do it, Steve. I had to bug him to get up there and do karaoke, and the lady knew he was good. So the lady, and she goes, "You got to do another song, and I'll make sure you keep that microphone near your mouth." So she really wanted to do another song, but we had to go because Bob was worried about the doggies being left alone. So we wanted to check our doggies. So.
He hasn't left his dogs alone ever ever. And
that's the 2 times.
We are so honored.
We are honored. We are
absolutely honored to get to meet those people.
Yes.
I mean, first of all, we got a couple more lifetime friends, which is always a win-win. But they generally don't meet people because of COVID. So we were, I don't want to say special, but I guess we were special.
We feel special.
We feel special. Let's put it that way.
And they treated us special, and they were the best hosts. So we just had a ball with them. We really did.
Yeah.
Sue and I got to hang out the day that they went for their bike ride. We just sat and talked.
I mean,
we didn't run out of things to talk about either at all.
Right. Me and Bob talked on the phone once, so I knew we were going to get along, but I had no idea how well we were going to get along. I mean, we're both kind of the same age. We have the same kind of attitude. We're both a little bit cantankerous. We're both, very similar old dudes. So
similar old dudes.
Good
so, way of putting it.
we had a lot of fun. We really did.
Roy says we're the last ones in camp. We'll be moving to the sorry guys, the RV park sometime soon. Waiting on new solar splitters to get here so we can put our solar panels on the roof. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so that means Tim moved over. We heard he was going to move. Hopefully you guys are going to like it okay over there. You guys are used to being out in the middle of nowhere with no one around, so hopefully you'll be okay going over there.
Yeah, so Jane has picked up herself a used trailer. We can't wait to see it next year, Jane.
I saw a picture of it, and she just put a picture on Facebook.
Yeah, and
so I saw the outside of it.
Yeah,
I saw the inside pictures too. It was really cute inside.
I saw a picture of the outside. It looked good. She said it needs work, but if
cute.
I know Jane, she's a determined lady.
Yeah.
She'll get the work done. Trust me.
Yeah, it already looks cute.
Will. Yeah.
It's really cute. She showed pictures on the inside. So safe travels home, Merton and Sue. Hope your lungs feel better soon. Thank you, Sue. Okay. Yeah, they're already feeling better. I upped my prednisone, which is what the doctors would do anyways. So I upped my prednisone, but Melanie just wants me to get checked to make sure it is just the swelling.
Is not the answer to everything. She needs to not have to up her prednisone. That's all.
Well, I basically need to get on the proper medicine. So things are just kind of got screwed up. So basically, we got to get things straightened out. Get to the bottom of this.
We were planning on meeting Doreen from Camping Therapy.
I forgot about Doreen. Yes, Doreen.
We were planning on meeting Cooking with Rick. Traveling around Susie. I
mentioned all that. Yeah.
Al and Robin, they have their own YouTube channel. We met them. We're going to meet them. Dan and Kathy from Handicap Traveler. All these people. Right. And we're so sorry.
And William Brody.
William Brody. But we're going to meet all these people. Hopefully William Brody also at the M23 meet. And Al and Robin, they're nomads like us. We will cross paths.
They'll be back in Arizona for sure.
Yeah. So we will cross paths. And we will. Roy says he's already hating the RV park. We've been out on open land now for quite a while.
That's what I mean. Yeah. It's going to be tough.
He hasn't even moved there yet. He's already hating it.
Jane said my travel trailer is working out really good so far, even though it needs a little bit of work. I think you might have read that part.
Yeah, that's fine.
Rain? What's that? Liquid sunshine, Steve.
Yeah, snow is not for me either.
Oh, Jane ordered new tires and rims. Yeah, that's what we have to do this year, Jane, is get some new tires for this baby because she's
M24, Jane said. Jane, come meet us at M20.
Oh, I would love that.
We would love to have you. And then if you'd like, you can follow us down through Texas if you'd like. It's up to you. We're going to be going to Texas or Louisiana to do a gate guarding job. And we're
going to do puppies first. Right.
We have to go have we decided we're probably going to have Spike done up north because we're not going to deal with the hassle of him trying to have sex
Pump his sister constantly.
with Gracie. And Gracie doesn't deserve it. So we're going to do Spike up north. We're going to do Gracie down south. So we're going to head to Texas, do Gracie, and then we're supposed to do a camp hosting job after that. Then after that, our fun begins again. We're going to head back to hang out with Rory and Becky and Tim, and hang out in Yuma some, and do stuff like that. So
G said that he had snow today. Snow this AM.
Yuck.
No more snow, right? According to Sue.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Oh, Roy says he's already hating the RV park. We've only been out on open land now for quite. Yeah, I know. You're definitely gonna not like it.
He said Becky's dragging me there while I'm kicking and screaming.
Yeah. I mean, it has its benefits as far as having electricity on a regular basis and water hookup on a regular basis, and that stuff is nice, and dumping on the regular basis. All that is very nice, but
I totally agree, Steve. The dry desert air is her fix for her lung. Absolutely. It's also the fix for my shoulder, my neck.
He was just talking about that this morning.
My lower back that I didn't even feel, that I forgot I even had until I came down out of the high desert. And now I've been down out of the high desert for like a week and a half, and all my little aches and pains are back from the humidity. I can't wait to get back.
Jane and Travels. Hello, John and Nancy.
Good afternoon,
how are you guys?
You guys, how are you?
I was going over my
welcome.
I finally answered. Sorry, everyone, that I'm so bad about answering my comments. He bugs me about it, and I just forget, because my memory isn't what it used to be. But anyways, and Nancy said she was going to try it, so I hope you tried it, Nancy, or John, whoever does the cooking, said they were going to try that recipe. So I hope you guys tried it and liked it.
And they have a fun channel. They do videos. They do cruising videos. They do adventure videos. They do Disney videos, stuff like that, and they're always off doing something somewhere, and it's fun to watch. They do nice videos. They really do. They edit well. They put up good quality work. So go on over and check out Jane and Travels, guys. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
Can you grab a bottle here?
And subscribe while you're there.
I happen to have a little buddy over here. Might as well pick him up and let him say hi. Oh, squish him up there.
He wants to be. I used to be able to fit him up like nothing. Now Spike's getting very big.
It's a Spikaroo.
We just weighed Spike. He's how much, Sue?
17.8 pounds.
17.8 pounds. He's a big boy.
And Miss Gracie is still only 13.
Gracie's a dainty little thing. Spike's a big lug.
He's a sweet boy, though.
He's a big boy.
He really is.
He is.
He actually asked to go out today. He went to the door and asked to go out. Yep. Yay! We might be winning the battle, guys.
Yay! See, the problem is we had to train him to pee inside, which we would never do with any of our dogs ever.
Probably never want to do it again either.
Well, if we had to protect them from what we.
Well, these will probably be our last dogs, hopefully. So no, I don't mean that, and I mean hopefully, but I mean
I know.
Hopefully they last long.
But anyways, because of the parvovirus out west, it's extremely contagious and a bad thing. So we had to keep them inside, off the dirt, for the first 12 weeks. Right, and so they never went outside.
12 weeks, yeah,
we had to train them to pee on a pad.
16
weeks.
Yeah,
we had to train them to pee on a pad, which sucks. It just sucks. So now we're trying to transfer it to outside, which is working. It's a work in progress.
And Carol said they had a bath today too. So
isn't he huge?
They're
Jane?
very, very smelly good.
Jane hasn't seen him in a while, right?
Jane saw them when they were about, Gracie was about 2 pounds and he was about 3 pounds. So yeah, they've gotten very, very big, Jane.
Jane, what is the name of Jen's YouTube
Jen
channel?
Up North, I believe.
Is it Jen Up North? Because I want to check it out,
I
couldn't seem to get it. So
I think I sent to her.
Send me a link to it or something, and then I can just click on it.
I think it was Jen Up North.
I think it was Jen Up North.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tried to get it because I want to subscribe to her, and we like Jen a lot. We want to keep in contact with her. We actually hope we can hang out with her some next year too.
Carol says that they're so cute and lovable. They are cute and lovable. We haven't really let them run out on Carol because Carol, is a little doesn't need to be manhandled by his 2 puppies. So we've kind of brought him in the carriage and kind of showed him to her and left him on their leash. So we're not letting them roam our house because they'll do something. They're gonna eat something or get into something. So we're trying to be respectful and not let them destroy her house. So
Jen Up North, there's something to do with Lloyd though.
John and Nancy, we are in North Carolina visiting Carol Walters,
right?
One of our first fans,
right?
So we're stopping visiting her.
We're hanging with her for 2 or 3, 4 days, and then we're going to, like I say, meander back up to, our home is here, but we're going to take our home up to our home base up at Dad's, in his yard and hang with my father for the summer. He has hookups because this used to be his rig. I bought it off of him, and I just park it in the same place he did. I got the hookups, I got the water, I get to hang with my dad. I'm going to work for. Oh God, it's a hard word to say.
I know it's coming too close for him too.
I'm going to work for 4 months, but all I'm going to do is cut grass on a golf course. So it's not like I'm going to be busting my ass too much, and it's something I really like. So
and the only thing that's going to be hot is getting out of bed.
Once I get into the groove, it'll be fine. It'll be over before you know it. And then we're going to do a camp gate guarding job for a month, and then I'll be free from work after that. So I'll work 5 months, and I'll have 7 to play. So it's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. And my work is not stressful. Nothing's dependent on me. I don't have to be a mechanic. I don't have to fix nothing. I don't have to do anything except get on the machine, start it up, take it out, and cut grass to the best of my ability.
Carol said she's very thankful that we came for the visit. Carol, we love you, and we're glad we came too.
And I must say that I've always admired Sue's laugh. It's a contagious laugh. So whenever we were on lives, and she would laugh, she would make me laugh because I just think she's got a nice laugh. But in person, it's even better. It's like you can't help but smile every time that Sue laughs. Yeah,
we had a really good time.
We did. They were wonderful hosts. They took us for a wonderful tour one day. We went up to Flagler Beach, and we took the loop.
That beautiful old loop.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of the loop.
She told us last week, and
yeah, she told us. But
Sue, tell us again because we're crazy old people.
And it was beautiful. It was like going to old Florida, you know?
Yeah, it was beautiful. Cal says she doesn't want me to leave. And G says, Merton and Sue, be careful about the tolls and fees. Yeah, I know. And hello, Camp and Therapy. Hi, Doreen.
We just mentioned you.
We did. We just talked about you.
Mentioned you.
Doreen's been camping this weekend, so I'm sure she's got some beautiful old footage of some old vintage cameras.
Some beautiful new footage of some old.
There we go. Thank you. Some beautiful new footage of some vintage campers because she was off camping this weekend. So I'm sure she'll have some nice new footage going on. So, Ormond Loop, that's what it was. The Ormond Loop.
Ormond Loop, yes.
Thank you, Sue.
It was beautiful. Absolutely. What a wonderful ride. Really
no footage. Oh, was it too rainy? Yeah, Doreen had rain this weekend. I know she was. She had put a picture on.
Everybody was either hunkered down inside or whatever. Yeah,
she had a picture up that they were in the clam. So yeah, I knew she had said it was going to be a rainy weekend, but I hope you had fun anyways.
So our plan, Doreen, have changed, unfortunately. Do you want to tell her?
So yeah, we're not going to be able to make it out to visit you this year, but we will come again, probably on our way home next year.
Right.
But I have to get back to a doctor's appointments because they're making me.
Guys, there ain't nobody making her do anything, okay?
Yeah, they're making me.
She don't want to do. I can't make her do anything. My daughter maybe can, but I can't make her do anything. But between me and my daughter, we just feel as though she should be checked because she's having some issues, and we want to make sure that she's going to be all right. So my daughter, who works in the doctor's office, made her a doctor's appointment. So we have to get back to the doctor's appointment is the thing.
So I went on my chart popped up on my email, and it said you have a new message. So I went on it, and it said you have an appointment. So she actually made me an appointment. So I already have an appointment made. So. Yes. Yeah.
Jane and Charles want to know if we hang out in the Northeast. Yes, we're going to be up there from next Saturday. We're going to get back to home base, and we're going to be there until September 15th. We would like to meet you guys if you guys want to meet. I know
they're in New Hampshire.
We've mentioned it a couple times before, but we're not far away. We can jump in Finicky Franny and drive up
or even take a car for the day
to stay in a state park or drive up and spend the day. Or I would just go up and I got 4-day weekends now, so we can drive up there and spend a couple of days in a state park and actually meet them.
Guaranteed.
Let's make a plan. Let us know, you guys. If you guys got some time this summer and you all want to meet, we would love to meet.
Love to. Adventures with Lloyd Dog. Hello, Jen. We were just talking about her.
Adventures with Lloyd. There we go.
I didn't know that one though.
I didn't know that
what she put up last time was Jen from up north.
Right.
So so she's got you're so good. You got 2 channels. Whoa, I'm impressed. And I showed everyone Lloyd's picture last week, but I still have it right here so we can show it again because he is cute and worthy of being shown twice.
It's funny, we just mentioned you, Jen. I swear.
There's cute little Lloyd boy.
He's so cute, that dog.
He is a little cutie, a little rescue that she now loves totally. She says she doesn't, but she does.
She says she doesn't, but she loves it. She'll do anything for that dog, trust me.
But he is a cutie.
Lloyd has more subs than Jen up north. Our puppies in one shot has more views than all of our work in 2 years and 357 videos times about 4. So I get it. Dogs rule. Absolutely.
Oh, Doreen needs a bathroom. We all need a bathroom, Doreen. I have to agree.
Jen says he's a pain in the bum, but sometimes pains in the bums can feel so good. I
Right?
mean, dogs are just so sweet.
They are so sweet.
You know.
We got 2 little pains in the butts over there. In fact, what have you been calling Gracie lately?
Right.
What are you calling Gracie?
Gracie is my name and mayhem is my game.
And boy, is that true, guys.
Boy, is it true. Merton,
crazy
you're not a mechanic until your more breaks down. Absolutely, positively, I'm not fixing a thing. I've already told my boss I'm not fixing a thing. He knows it. He won't care. He doesn't care. So if he needs more mechanic in around there, he needs to hire the mechanic he already has for more days. That's all I got to say. Unless it's something super simple, yes. But I'm not getting into anything complicated. I'm not doing that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be doing DoorDash for a couple of days, and if DoorDash works out really, really well, I might not do the golf course at all, only because I have to travel all the way to the golf course in the morning and all the way back home. And between the 2 trips, it's 62 miles a day, and it's in New Hampshire. I mean, it's in New England, and the traffic is not good. You know, it's not like traveling out in the desert where you can get on the highway and do 80 and be there in no time with no traffic. You know, it's crazy. So I don't know.
Doreen says she's doing a blanket. Hello, everyone from Doreen.
Oh, Steve took his message out. So yeah, Doreen. So we're not going to get to stop and see you. We were so looking forward to it. I swear. And
we're doing good, Jen.
And we yes, Jen, we are doing wonderful actually. Yeah.
Lloyd dog, he is so cute.
He is so cute, that dog. Wow, it's 5:56 already.
I know. Where's time go? Time flies when you're having fun. We do have fun with you guys, and we can't thank you guys all enough because you're always coming to hang out with us.
That's how you can tell if you really like people. If you can spend 4 or 5 hours with people and it seems like 20 minutes, then you like the people. And that's exactly what happened to us with Bob and Sue, like it has with Steve and Oki and Roy and Becky and all
everyone
these. And the list goes on and on. You can spend hours with these people, and the next thing you know, you don't even know it. It seems like five minutes. So, like they say, time flies when you're having fun.
Steve, you're right. Daughter's taking care of mamas. Very true. She's always trying to take care of me. Even though I complain and give her a hard time, she's always there taking care of me. And by the way, Mel, just a reminder, I'll be home for Mother's Day.
Right?
Mother's Day, it's coming. I always get a beautiful plant.
Cal says they must be playing off energy in the background, right, Cal?
Can you hear the puppies back there making noise?
William Brody, hello.
Hi, William.
Justin, just in time. We got 3 minutes. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. We were supposed to stop and see you and cooking with Rick in the same area. We're not going to do it. Sue has a doctor's appointment. So when we leave Carol Walters, we're going to head straight home. However, we're hoping to God that you're going to make it to M23, William. And if you do, we'll see you there. If you don't, we will make plans to meet you, though, sir. I promise.
Roy said he loves these highways out here. You can run for 80 miles without a crossroad.
I love it.
Right?
Absolutely. And you can run for 80 miles an hour. You can get away with 85 and 90. I love it. It's just absolutely fantastic. Nothing like it. And all the highways are like banked a little bit, like up north, just for shits and giggles. I swear they give you negative banking and everything, you know? No, everything's banked. A lot of these turns are down here, a bank, you can almost let go of the wheel and the car will just turn for you.
William says he'll be there. Yay, William.
Yay, I hope
we'll definitely get to see you.
I can't wait to meet you.
But we'll go by and
he's been one of our oldest fans too.
He's
been there for a long time.
All friends from Bob and Sue.
And when he's able, he's there at every live.
Yep. They're all friends from Bob and Sue. Carol and William and Rick.
Yeah.
They all came from Bob and Sue. So thank you, Bob and Sue.
Thank you, Bob and Sue. Thank you.
For many things.
I can't wait to get back because we're definitely going back to see those people next year. That's all I know. We'll be back to see you and Bob next year. That's guaranteed. And we'll see if we can tune them electric bikes up a little faster, Bob. We'll have a race. And I'm going to be there on a Saturday night, and we're going to go to Volusia County Speedway. Okay.
He's already got his plans made.
So we'll have to take an old man nap in the afternoon, but we're going to have to stay up till probably midnight or something. I'm sure we can handle it. It'll take us 3 days to get over it, though, right? So.
You're sending us a picture of steps to
the
campground
camper.
bathroom. Oh, so they probably weren't too good, huh?
I imagine that'll be self-explanatory when we get the picture, right?
Bob says, sounds like a fun time, Martin. He's in.
Yep. Anyways, guys, we thank you so much. I worry about you guys because you come and watch us. I don't understand why, but we love you for it. We absolutely love you all for it. And
Thank you, William.
all of you people here are our friends and family, and we will see you
hopefully next week
from our home base in New England, Lord willing. If we make it home in one piece, if we can get around the highway buffoons. So anyways, guys,
say a prayer so we can, guys.
You have a wonderful night. You have a wonderful week, and we'll see you all next week. Same bat time, same bat station.
Thank you guys so much. We love you guys, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Where the heck did that come from? God bless.
Bye, guys.
Bye.